for life. We'll get going. Tonight is about declutter for more peace in your life. Actually, I'm going to talk about a situation that happened to me today. About the issue is decluttering for more peace in life and making decisions, and about how you want to see life and change your life and have a life you want to have to dream of. And that's one thing I am coming to find out for myself is, as I said, I'd like to welcome you as before to Declutter's Delight for Life. And one of the key factors here is that you know when you're decluttering for more peace in your life, we have to make choices about whether or not we are going to have things happen or not happen in life. And one of the key things I find about in life itself is that when I look forward towards the future and not look back to my past, my past, then my past is my past. It has nothing to do with my present moment. And yeah, that is a mouthful I just said. And I'm going to go through each piece of it about letting go of your past. Many of us have faced challenges during this COVID-19, and some of us have dealt with some unpleasant things, and I have too. And I've dealt with the issues of a batterer and all his issues, and I'm just going to share one quick story with you tonight, and I just thought you might look at something about letting go. I received a letter from my former batterer, Tenny Keel. He's arguing over stuff, and I'm about decluttering stuff, and he can't let go of stuff and let go of the past. And sometimes when you run into folks that can't handle that, the best thing I found is sometimes the best course of action is no action, is to take the road of peace and to take the higher road. Because when you take a higher road like that when somebody is so worried about stuff that they can't see beyond that into a brighter future, or you've dealt with cancer, or you've dealt with any numerous of health issues, I find that my health is more precious to me than stuff. And in regards to letting go of the past for more peace for myself, that means whatever happens, happens. I choose not to let that bug me, hold me back, because one thing I do find is that in having more peace, you can't let people rent space in your head. And a lot of us sometimes do rent space in our head, and we wonder why. We don't have, there's so little going on. There's a lot going on in the world where there's people have no peace, or they having a difficulty looking towards more peace. And one of my biggest things about peace is that with peace comes hope, and hope is huge. When I think of hope, I think, all the things I've traveled through in my life, and one of the key factors that has kept me moving forward and having more peace is hope itself, and love and kindness and compassion of people, and putting people first, because when you put people first, you can't help but have a great life. You can be rich. You may not be rich in money, but you can be rich in people. And being rich in people is huge. And I think for me, as I quoted, is let go of the past, live in the moment, and remember that no matter what happens in life, one can hope above all else. And I definitely hold that very true to heart, because I'm surrounded with lots of great people. I have lots of great friends, and one of the key factors is that you attract into your life what you want, and you repel what you don't want. And when you do that, you realize that what was interesting about the letter I received, it was from a legal assistant, and worried about stuff. You know what? You guys are worth more to me than just stuff. My heart goes out to you, for me, to you, for any challenges or anything you guys are facing out there. And the issues of, having been a hoarder, I held on to a lot of stuff because I felt like I had to feel like I had to be worth something. But I don't have to hold on to stuff to be worth something. I'm worth something just because I'm a person, and I'm a person because I respect myself, and I have dignity for myself, and I have love and compassion for myself. And I'd hope that you'd have the same. because by being able to do that, I'm able to live in the present moment and not have to worry about, the future will take care of itself. All my needs have always been provided for, and I've always had a place to live. I've always had food in my belly. There's a lot of things I'm grateful for in this life. I'm grateful for the community of church people I'm around. I'm having some of my dreams come true right now and getting the help I need physically with my body. And yeah, I'm dealt with a semi-car accident and some of the results from that. But that doesn't mean I have to remain stuck there. You know, a lot of times not being able to have, be able to have more peace in your life, we get stuck. It's kind of getting stuck in dumb. And we get sitting there and we get comfortable with it. But the whole point is that when you decide to walk out of that and take that first footstep and realize that when you're able to um, have that and not have to, sit there like that, then you realize you get out, you take a shower, you get out, you put on some clean clothes, and you look out, you open the window. I'm out here in a beautiful day. To me, this is beautiful. I'm out here on my back deck. I got a couple of spider webs in front of me, but that's all they are, spider webs. There was always a belief that things like that meant good luck in your life, and I've been having a lot of them lately. So, there's a lot of that. The one thing too about being able to have more peace in your life is concentrating on the positive things in your life and concentrating on your strengths. And when you can concentrate on the positives and the strengths in your life, then you can have a more organized and less life of chaos and more peace. And when I look at all those factors and realize, how much I used to let things, blow me up, just, you take in things sometimes you take them in too personally. And believe me, I've been there. I've taken things in too personally, and as a result of not taking things too personally, I've learned skills that, attract people, and you work with people and you have people help me. As you can see, our page is much more alive, and I can come to you. And the book that's coming out, Declutters, the Secrets of a Hoarder Turned Declutter, it's about life, is coming out shortly, and it will be available to you guys. And it's a really big thing. It's endorsed by several wonderful groups, and it's going to be a big help to you guys. And I'm looking forward to coming in and being available to you guys, because I'm excited about it. You have to admit, I'm very excited about it, because that is my present moment and he's my past. And for any of you out there who've dealt with batterers or domestic violence, my heart goes out to you, because I've dealt with it twice, and I lost 18 years of my life to bad relationships. And I guess for you to say to you is, if you are in a situation, try to get out of it. Don't stay there, because they're only going to bring you down, and you feel like you're stuck. And I know too, some of you will have children or any number of your things, and I know that your souls are probably down a lot. And the whole thing is about that is find some strength within yourself, some internal strength, some spark of hope. If I could give that to you, from me to you, is that spark of hope. There are things you can reach out for, and I know some situations sometimes are dangerous, and I've dealt with those dangerous situations, as in my previous relationship, where he wanted to have me, not be here, killed actually. But the whole point about that is part of my past. This past relationship is part of my past. And one of the realized things I want you to realize, that so you guys can have more peace in your life, is that, to gain that peace in your life, you have to gain it from within, not from the outside. Everything is an inside job. I have to admit that for everything. There's nothing in this world that's going to be able to do anything with us. There are friends that can encourage us and give us hope and everything. And if there's people around you that you can get that kind of hope and support from, I would encourage you. And yeah, I sound like I'm going on a rant, but my heart goes out to folks who deal with domestic violence, because it is such a closet issue. and having not having things be such a closet issue. That's why I bring them out here, and I'm hoping to have this list. Or even, these things affect your work life, these affect your home life, these affect your children. And in order to have more peace in your life, the one thing I do find is that if we have love, kindness, and compassion, and love, and hope, and joy, and peace for ourselves, that can radiate out to others. And that's such a beautiful thing. And from my heart to your heart, to anybody out there dealing with difficult issues, it is not an easy road, I can tell you that. Sometimes I actually went to a pain clinic today, and they're going to have to do some things because of increased pain in my knees. But the whole thing is, I don't have to let that stop me from my dreams or seeing that things happen or come true, because what goes on up here directly affects in here, and vice versa, because both the head and the heart have to talk to one another, and that's a huge thing. And when the head and the heart talk to one another, you definitely have more peace in life, because those things that can drag you down don't have to drag you down. You can say to yourself, you know what, it's just the present moment, it's not my future. And yeah, the past can be bad. I will admit that the past can be bad. And yeah, and sometimes there are scars that come with the past, and sometimes there are things that, tug at our hearts and, want to pull us back there. But, you know, you know, one thing I learned from the lesson of today is, I could scream and yell and stomp my feet, but you know what? That's what people like that want. Evil people. They want you to stop. They want you to have negative feelings, and the things. But the best defense against all that is to move forward and have peace in your life, and realize that, what, people like that, if they don't choose to change, are always going to be that way. And you don't have to be with them. You can be with better people. You can surround yourself with better people. I would implore folks to surround yourself with positive people out there, or to help folks, to derive some sense of self-worth. For me, because my life is about hope. That's the one key ingredient in light I can give to you guys, is the hope of all hopes. And when you have that kind of hopes above all hopes, then you can have more love, and you can have love, more compassion, and you can have more abundance and prosperity. Because you can be rich in friends, rich in money, rich in contacts, rich in all sorts of things. But the one truth richness is my relationship with God. And believe me, I work with lots of other folks who have similar beliefs or other beliefs too. I will let you know that the book, it does talk about different faiths and how hoarding affects those different beliefs, and clutter or whatever too. So I did not forgo, those people of other beliefs, because I found that, all need to be included. And, like I said, I welcome your messenger comments, your messenger messages, or anything you have back to us, because we love hearing from you. Yes, we do. And yeah, we have people to help you, and we got people here on board to assist. So I love it. I love you guys. My heart goes out to you guys, and I want you guys to be able to let go of the past and not be your present moment or your future. I know with, what the news tells us, which I consider like the back end of a horse, as if you haven't already guessed it, that when you decide for yourself, yes, I know, decide for yourself, and I don't want you to see yourself as a victim. Truly, I used to see myself as a victim, that everything in my life that happened to me was because of something else. But one thing I have become is involved in my life, and becoming involved in my life has allowed me to have a life, and not, let everything in my life rock my boat. There are things I still need to do tonight. I will get some of them done, and I will do the best and get the best day forward. And you work things to the best of your ability. And when you can do that, there's nothing that can stop you. Nothing that can stop you if you can remember those factors, and the factors of consistency and all those different things that come in things. And even though that some things that try to come in and rock your world, I would implore you to set some things up that you can be consistent with and give yourself some positive energy. And that's huge. And when you realize that by having the past be your past, and that your present moment is your present moment, and the future is your future, then you can't but help but win in life. And with that, it declares delight for life. I wish you hope and peace and love and compassion, and hope and love, and let there be a light in your eyes like there never has been before. And my heart goes out to all those who have dealt with difficult challenges. And with that, you have a great declares delight for life. I wish you hope, peace, love, and compassion. And you know what? You can do it. And I know all of you can do it. And that's just as important as anything else. With that, you have a great one. I'll see you back here tomorrow night.